Hi guys, thank you very much for joining me. Very happy to have you here. Now this lesson today was meant to be something completely different, right? But I picked up my guitar and I just started jamming with my new deluxe reverb Fender amp, which is an absolute beast. I bought it to encourage myself to play more electric guitar this year, and I've not had it past 2 yet. I think I might have got the bigger one. But anyways, it's really cool. And I was jamming and I started playing this really cool funky lick. And I thought this has to be today's lesson because it implements a lot of techniques that took me quite a while to get. I remember when I was learning, I always loved John Frusciante and players like John Mayer and things. And I remember trying to learn a few of their pieces and it just wasn't getting it. It just wasn't sounding right. And I realised there's quite a few techniques you need to be able to do to sound like those guys. And I'm going to do my best, right, to share what I've learned with you, alright? And basically what I was just jamming to. I'm just going to do that with you. Okay, so we're going to be playing a couple of simple licks, but we're going to really make them sound beefy and good. So if you're in that position where you're playing licks, but it just doesn't sound great, then I think it'll take quite a bit away from this lesson. So let's fire right into it. We're going to start with the licks. Now we're going to be playing between the C minor pentatonic scale, the G minor pentatonic scale and the C minor pentatonic scale. Alright, so we're going to be going between G and C. So the first thing I want us to do is get our fingers around the licks. Okay, now very simple. This, okay? But again, we're going to really make that sound so much better, right? We've got 5, 3 on the G, and then 5, 5 on the D. Alright, but let it hang around on the D there for a bit. Sometimes I do this. I don't really mean it, but it just happens. It's 5 and then a 5 to pull off the 3. And then a 5, 5 in the D. But generally, okay, and then when we play that in the key of C, or in the C pentatonic, we do it up here, right? We've got, this is just taking it out of shape 1 and shape 1 here. We've got 10, 8 on the G, and then 10, 10 on the D. Okay, now the way to think about this is when you've got like a G minor, you've got shape 1 of the pentatonic scale there, C minor, same thing, alright? So you can mess around with those chords and those scales together. So, okay, so that's level 1. Make sure you get your fingers round about them. Now level 2, we're going to get into the rhythm. Okay, so I want you to do this. I want you to hold your guitar like this. I want you to get your thumb over, and I want you to get your finger up. Now we don't need to press any strings in at this point. We just need to practice muting the guitar. Okay, like this. We don't need to do any funky rhythm. Actually, just a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Just try and get that, right? And then alright, that's step 2, right? You just want to try and get that in, practice getting the strings muted. Even I don't get it perfect all the time, right? But you want to kind of practice getting that. Alright, and what we're going to practice doing next is pushing the fingers in a little bit. Okay, so and all I'm doing there is I'm pushing my index finger down when I want to get that in, right? Now you don't need to do any particular rhythm here, it's just about getting that technique down so that you get comfortable with pushing that in. Okay, so that's level 2. Now level 3 is when we're going to start doing this by playing the lick. love that. That just sounds so much better to me then. The cool thing about this technique is once you get it down, it's so freeing. You can just do so much cool things and mess around with it. So again, what I'm doing here, I'm muting. And then, if you practice this, just practice getting any string, right? All I'm doing there is get my third finger on G in the 5. Just practice holding that down, pushing it down. Push. 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 Sound like I'm giving labour or something. Anyways, moving on. To the D, we can do the same thing. And then, you just want to practice doing the lick. Alright? But this time you can strum it. Now this relates to how I was learning. I remember learning Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and that was the big thing I was missing, right? You can't just get the notes, you need to strum them. Alright, so that's a big difference here. We're not picking the notes, we're strumming. Right, let's try up here. Alright. So next level, level 4, I think we're on level 4 anyway, is to add in that little, well, we're doing that as well, so we could do the same thing. Press. Up to C. Back to G. Now we could even add a D in there, we could bring it up to the 10th fret. Alright, now you can add in different licks. Of course, it becomes a little bit more difficult when you try to mute other strings, but I've never really thought about it after I've got this technique. I guess you just work. That one there, you're just sliding up from the G to 7, 6 in the B, back down again, back to 3, and then 5, 5. Alright, so lots of different stuff that you could do with that. Again, I'm not an expert on this stuff myself, but I just thought I would share this with you because I really enjoy messing around with it. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you want to work with me privately, I'm taking on private students. So check out the little video that will tell you all about it right somewhere here. And, you know, you can apply if you're interested. But thank you very much. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next lesson.